podcasts for about 5 years. And I do a series called Podcasting Period Implementation that kind of covers everything about podcasting. I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun to introduce you guys to what a podcast is, how to find podcasts that interest you, and how to listen to those podcasts. Now, just a little bit of a clarifier before we start. This speech kind of requires a partner. And I don't know if any of you in this room have listened to any of the shows that I produce or the one that I host. I work with a robot. So he's partially here today to help us out in presenting this. There. It's not quite right. The first thing that we need to do, well, actually, the first thing that we need to do is what the heck is a podcast? And it's essentially a digital media file that is enclosed with tags and RSS feed. Okay. Essentially, what it is, the best way to explain what a podcast is, it's like the radio, it's like TV. So you have programs that are set up like magazine formats, like the CBC stuff, comedy formats like a popular one, like Keith and Girl, to learning podcasts like iTunes University, where you can audit MIT or any other universities. So it's just essentially information that is put into audio or video format. And then, instead of you having to go to the website and watch it, order the DVD for TV late at night, all you have to do is set up a piece of software that will check every once in a while to see if there's a new one. And if there's a new one, it'll bring it to your computer. And then it'll tell it to put it on your portable device that you can listen to later. So you can watch it on your computer then, or you can listen to it in the car on your portable device. And there's lots of different ways to do that. But I've chosen iTunes for the simple fact that it works on PC and Mac, and it's really easy to use. My mom has no problem with it. So the first thing we're going to do is launch it. And it's a pretty simple way to manage your music, but you don't have to use it to manage your music. You just manage your podcasts. So they make it really easy to also find podcasts. If you notice up at the top, and there you go, thanks, Alan, podcasts. Hopefully everybody can see that. They have a directory, but when you click on it, you get this great page. But automatically, you've got an option for finding podcasts. You can see the featured ones at the top here. You can scroll down. Alan's a little slow this morning, so bear with me. You can see the featured ones at the top. You can scroll down. You can see the news and noteworthy. And there you go. Thank you. You can go further down to find staff favorites. You can see the featured manager money there. Languages, BBC, HD. Yeah, you know right there, bud. Okay, are you at the top? Thank you. He's a robot, but he's a little off today. You also have this section here. So you can find audio, you can find video, you can find new releases, and you can find the iTunes picks. So that makes it really easy to find podcasts. Now, let's say you looked on the site and you didn't see anything that interested you. Maybe you were into learning compost. Maybe you were into your theme park or museum. You need a podcast that will speak to that. And one of the beautiful things about podcasting is there's professional content on the CBC. There's amateur content like some of the stuff that I do, and other people podcast about hobbies, whether it's obscure German or things or room compost. So I think what we need now, as Alan catches up with us, is a volunteer who can give me a subject of interest. Cool. Thank you. Happy.
I would love to know more about knitting because I'm really hoping that one day I won't have to be doing papers and I can get back to knitting.
So is papers, you consider papers?
They are not a hobby, no.
So knitting. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go right up to the search bar, right there, and you're going to type in knitting, no, not Kanye West, knitting podcasts, Diva knitting. Well, So it searches, and all of a sudden we get, and believe it or not, and there's absolutely no way anybody could have known this, but knitters are huge online. They've been in podcasting since 2004. I'm not kidding. I'm not making any of this up. They've been in online communities for 10 years or plus, and they are hugely involved online. It's the strangest thing. And I personally know 2 people who do a podcast about knitting. Now, I'm not making that up. So we find a couple of ideas here, but just right at the very top. Now we can click on it to find more. There's just a whack. Starting at the top gives you an idea of what iTunes thinks is popular. So you may want to click on the knitting news and see what that's all about. Latest knitting news along with reviews of knitting websites, knitting patterns, knitting books, yarn stitches, and more. It would get much more exciting than that. It doesn't. I don't knit, I want to listen. You can listen right here on the page. It's a preview. You can go down and see what other people who have listened to this podcast have heard and listened to. So great way to find other stuff if this isn't it. Now the beautiful thing about podcasts is they are free. So when you subscribe, you don't pay anything. So you can go back and check and see. You can listen, see what they're like, and get rid of them if you don't like them. So you just click the button. That's it. iTunes asks you if you're sure. So you tell them you are. Automatically, you will start to see it download. You can go have a look, and it's coming down. The speed of the internet is a little slow here, so that's 3 minutes to download. Let's go take a look at our podcast section. We see the Knitting News podcast. We can grab all of the episodes. We can just click one button and get all the past episodes so we can catch up. Now remember what I said. You're now subscribed. As soon as they release a new knitting podcast, iTunes will check every hour to see if there's a new one. If there is, they'll bring it to your computer. Then a little dot will appear here, and a little number. So if you're subscribed to the Knitting News podcast and Atomic Scurvy, which you saw there, and there were 2 new shows, you can see number 2 right here. So you know if something's there. You don't have to check anything out. And that is pretty much it. That's how you find them, and that's how you listen to them. Now, Alan heard you talk about the writing papers is not a hobby. He wants to suggest Grammar Girl, 30 Tips for Better Writing. It's a great podcast to learn more about the English language.